And as the bell rings, Kyle, why don't you tell us a little bit about these fighters that we're watching right here today?
Well, on paper, kind of super bantamweight titleist, a very good fighter in his own right. But
if I'm not mistaken, Amagasa stands at a towering 5'11". There is two of great boxers like Miguel Canto.
It does indeed, and another guy is to be expected.
Right, and of course, very experienced, a little bit of a low blow there on Amagasa. But Rigondeaux, of course, very nice straight left to the body there from Rigondeaux. Good uppercut. Amagasa. It looks like Amagasa is starting to run out of ideas.
And on catching Rigondeaux as he comes out after landing his own shots, and as you can see that he had no chance if he opened up, so he's very defensive.
So many layers of defense. So many different answers as he catches distance and throwing combinations. Too many fighters get Rigondeaux with beautiful combinations.
Destroyed him inside around, and Amagasa is already bettered that performance.
Keon Kennedy agreed, and I don't think that nice exchange there, but I'm out from doing what he does best. There needs to be pressure. I mean, right now
to pressurize Rigo, because as we know, many of the great Japanese stylists have pressured beyond positions, which go to show that although he may be overmatched,
and it is giving Rigondeaux, looks like a low blow there. Look at this hip movement here. This is what I mean. No difficulty whatsoever in getting that low. Are such small movements to avoid. It's not like he was small for his former weight division. So cutting forth being a substantial amount of his being outclassed. He's not given up. Amagasa appears to be getting just a little too close for comfort. Rigondeaux will step. Very good point. In a payday here, he's hoping to take that WBO belt. In the super bantamweight division when he defeated Nonito Donaire in 20.
Arguably one of the greatest amateur boxers of all time, and he's making a pretty good fight of it. He hasn't had too much success so far, but you can't really expect to have quality, so I think he's making a good show of it so far.
And right here, see, the more punches that Amagasa... I don't think Amagasa's done quite enough yet to win a round. We get to see here some of the little dirty tricks that Rigondeaux uses as well as he grabs the back of Amagasa's head and lands an uppercut. And he looks like he dazed Amagasa there with the left hand. And he is going to town on the Japanese fighter. He is not letting up.
So with a show of bravado there, and I think Rigondeaux maybe thinks he should
flip or roll or step away. Starts.
Notice Rigondaux's patterns. Will move Rigondeaux into a different shot. Whether he's got that in his arsenal or not, and that
absolutely. This is what he needs. He lands a body shot there on Rigondeaux, and that right hand to the body may have landed as well. The more punches he can string together.
At the moment, but as we know, judges can never be trusted. It may well be that they are favouring. Amagasa is the home fighter, and he's also looking long to figure you out.
Nice straight right hand there, lands semi-clean. Rigondeaux responds.
Later on in the round, I don't tend to sweep in autopilot here. Nice little flurry there, that might have stopped.
Beautiful southpaw cross counter there. I'm going to say that was Amagasa's first round, but to me it's effectively a split.
Yeah, he was really bossing the range and the pace.
How impressive Rigondeaux is, as I said before, moving around and being able to abandon them to execute certain movements and will allow
it masterfully. So
absolutely.
He is a very slippery guy, as many Cubans.
Nobody does amateur boxing like the Soviets. Oh, and Amagasa drops Rigondeaux as he stands up tall, exiting from the inside.
Wow, it seems to me like Rigondeaux, we were just saying it, but it looks like Rigondeaux turned himself into that punch. I'd need to see a replay, but it looks to me like Rigondeaux turned a bit too much. He doesn't look particularly hurt.
But he's shaken by those punches, absolutely hurt by those two. And another one, and Rigondeaux looked like he was thrown to the ground there, but this may in fact help him having gone down, because I think he might need some time to recover. He's protesting, but I really think he may benefit from this additional count, because he was hurt by 3 or 4 clean punches in that exchange.
Definitely, they look like kind of scuffing arm punches. I'm not sure whether the first very similar to the American fight.
No replay for us, unfortunately.
Maybe Rigo's more confident than he appears. He is going to war with him here.
He is trading with the overhand left. Clean shot there. Amagasa keeps it.
If you remember in the Nonito Donaire fight, I believe in the 10th round, when or is Machismo, I'm not quite sure how you would say that. We don't tend to say it over in England.
The point you've got to fight to convince the opponent that he can't continue. Brittle bone is swelling up badly. It may have fractured socket there. One of those Rigondeaux uppercuts or wide left hands. And this is starting to...
Perhaps he wanted something like this. Perhaps he wanted to be brought out of his shell.
Comeback.
Definitely. It says a lot.
Punch is still coming. His expression.
He does it,
and that was also what got him knocked down in his fight with Onito Donaire when he closed the disc to such a convincing extent that from him, he's too beautiful left hand there. As he and I made some of this maybe.
Definitely, but of course, Rigondeaux is the consummate ring general. I do think that as soon as he has got a hold on your style, he will do whatever he likes, basically. He wasn't going to get hurt again. He doesn't appear like he's going to get hurt again now.
Calling jabs here. Playing with the right hook. That one looked like it may have stunned. Oh, and Amagasa goes down.
Has.
And there we see it. Rigondeaux throws the same shot twice in a row. And his predictability is so unpredictable that he drops Amagasa with the second one.
Perfectly said there. He hit him once. We thought he may have stunned him. He hit him exactly the same punch again, and he's still going back to it now. He's going back to it. He's mixing it up now to the body. Amagasa looks like a shell-shocked fighter here.
Definitely. He looks like he's in beyond his depth right now. Rigondeaux is just hunting him down with these shots.
Yeah, and I think that knockdown might have actually done some other damage because Amagasa, both sides of his face now appear to be under some serious sort of as that harder puncher. He's definitely respected for the snap and the speed in which he can hit guys with, but he looks like he's already ready to throw a left hook over the top, or rather an overhand left over the top, and just
sort of getting you to believe that he's moving at a much fakes another one, playing with it, and then a lightning fast right.
Typical Japanese warrior spirit here. Again, I've rolled out a few cliches.
2 rounds of brutal punishment and play shot from Rigondeaux. It looks like Amagasa's legs might be pretty weak at this stage in the fight. Rigondeaux now
sees a wounded animal in front of him, and he does seem to be easing back a little bit. It does appear to have eased back slightly.
And at this point, at the end of the 11th round, you have to wonder if Amagasa can even manage another 3 minutes in there with Rigondeaux.
That's it. That's it. They've waved it off. No surprise.
Except the corners decided to stop the fight. Rigondeaux, showing that sportsmanship you were just talking about, immediately goes over. Perhaps to console Amagasa.
Top 5 pound-for-pound fighters.
Absolutely. He knocked down twice one of the pound-for-pound greatest fighters in the sport today and the lineal champion of the division, in which Amagasa is not even ranked. So it's definitely an impressive performance that he just turned in.
Highly impressive performance, and one thing I like to say, Connor, is that if Rigondeaux's fellow titleists do not wish to take him on, then I wouldn't mind seeing Amagasa getting a chance against a Scott Quigg or a Carl Frampton or possibly even a Santa Cruz.
Right, it does a lot for Amagasa's stock. This is a name-making fight for him. He's a fighter that no one will have heard of, but hardcore boxing fans around the world now have him written down as a fighter to watch.